Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your man Roball, back with another podcast with my main man Dogecoin.
I can explain, guys, why we've been away for almost 2 weeks.
It's your
I can
fault this
explain.
time. It's your
I can
fault.
explain. I was busy, but we're back. We don't got any guests this week, but be prepared for the next podcast
Yeah,
and the ones after, because we're gonna get some guests in.
we got plans. But in this podcast, it's mainly gonna be about things that happened in the past week or two, maybe 3 weeks in Roblox. Some important things that you may or may not know about. So we're gonna get right into it. The first thing we're gonna talk about is news that happened on Roblox.
And by Roblox news, we're kind of hinting towards like what you've seen on Twitter, what we've seen on the actual platform, what we've seen on YouTube videos. If you look at any of the YouTubers recently, or if you follow anybody on Twitter, then you definitely know about some of the things that have been happening on Roblox in the last month, but especially in the last week. But yeah, let's just get into it. I guess we can start about the Roblox layout. If anybody has noticed, that's completely different.
Yeah, it changed up a little bit.
Yeah. Roblox can put a screenshot up on the board, but if you look at it right now, I personally like it. I think it looks beautiful. I don't know about you, but it's looking nice.
I think like the new layout's pretty good. It's good for getting people to direct their eyes towards something at least.
Yeah. But like even the sign-in page, I like it. It just looks good. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people even paid attention to the last login screen. Although it was good, but this is more like gives me like an iOS, maybe phone mobile type of feel.
Yeah.
And have you seen like there's been font changes and the new black theme actually looks better on the website. I'm using that right now. The dark theme.
Yeah, I think with the new
really
dark
good.
theme, Roblox, because it was so good, I think was it not better Roblox, but Roblox Plus. I think they're removing their old dark theme because Roblox's one is so good.
It is good though, and I did have the Roblox Plus dark theme, and I prefer the Roblox version now better.
Yeah.
I tried it before, but I think the whites were just not it with the old font.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't look that appealing to me, at least.
Yeah, I think the new layout is good for the future. It makes Roblox look a lot more professional. Like the games page, the only complaint I have about it is the lack of colors, but the lack of colors is only around the page layout itself. The games itself are really colorful, and it directs your eyes towards it, which I think has something to do with psychology, to be honest.
Yeah, we were talking about how it's a psychology thing. You want to get into that?
Yeah, I think like, I don't know the terms exactly, but I took some psych courses in college and in high school. And when you have things that contrast in color, like lights and darks, this is an art thing as well, but in the games page, it's basically black and white. No matter what theme you have, it's either going to be purely white with some black or some black with some white because of the dark and light themes. But when you have games on there, the games are all super colorful. They're not black and white for the most part, like maybe Rogue Lineage is in the icon, but all the game icons are super colorful.
I forgot Rogue Lineage.
All the game icons are super colorful. So you can literally point out and see all the games, and your eyes are directed towards them. Like, you don't even focus on the layout of the game page. You just look at the games, no matter where they're under, to be honest, like popular or featured or anything.
I don't know. Yeah, for some reason the games even look more appealing on the platform now. Like I look at them, I look at everything side by side, and it almost gives everything a fresh feel. Although you get that one or two simulator game up there that's just not it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think some of the like one of the Roblox news from recently, if you guys have logged in and have VC or OBC or what's the other one? TBC?
TBC, yeah.
Yeah. It's now premium.
Yeah.
It's no longer VC, and I kind of enjoy this because of the developer perks on that. So before, as a developer, you had to purchase OBC, whether it was monthly or was it a year pass, right?
Yeah.
There used to be lifetime OBC, but that's no longer a thing. But now with the premium, you can buy any version of the premium and still be able to DevX. Back then, you had to use OBC to DevX, right?
Yeah, with OBC back then, it would be like what? Was it 35 at one point and then they lowered it to 20, or was it always 35 or 20?
I think isn't it 25 right now? Or
well,
not right now because
20.
it doesn't exist.
I know that much.
Premium's 20.
But OBC was like, it was not cheap in my opinion. I think it wasn't worth the price that it was. Like you got the DevX, but imagine having to pay like $20 to get a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 for the work you put in. I think a lot of developers took offense to that because it kind of felt like we were being undermined with that. Now,
you had to pay to get paid.
Yeah, I like the new version now much better because with premium, you don't have to pay $20 for the top level. You can pay $5 to be able to DevX. $5 for premium, and the only difference between all the premiums is how much Robux you get per month, and that's honestly amazing.
I think it's a little less Robux from what we used to get.
I did the math. It's actually more.
It's more.
Yeah, if you get the top level, for sure that one's more. I don't know about the lower ones though.
I don't think the lower ones. I think it was like, how much was it for BC a day?
Cause like for
10?
OBC, you would get 60 per day, so 30 days. That's like 1,800. For the premium the largest one, it's like 2,200 Robux per month. So you're getting
that's good.
Pretty much a good amount for that one at least.
Yeah, but the difference is back then you used to get it every time you logged in, but now it just accumulates and you pick it up at the end of the month.
And I think that's gonna be freaking bad and good in the future.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Good and bad.
Just about to say. If you want to play that game that's on paid access and you're trying to save up, instead of having to wait 5 days for the amount that you need, you're gonna have to wait the whole month. Sorry, but not sorry.
But like, I think this is gonna be good for games like Rogue Lineage, because games like Rogue Lineage require people to pay to get in. So then people are gonna get the premium, they get the Robux, like let's say they get the top premium, they're gonna be able to play the game. Then they have some Robux left over from buying access to the game, so they buy some game passes. And then they realize, oh wait, there's some in-game developer products that I want to get, like maybe getting a new race and stuff like that. So I gotta wait a month because I already spent my Robux on these game passes. I think it's gonna benefit games like Rogue Lineage, but I think simulator games are either gonna take a huge hit or do super well if they're new.
Simulator games? Why?
Yeah, because like simulator games, they just come out, right? They just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then with a simulator game, let's say I made a simulator game. Not saying I will, but let's say I did, and it was like
DSR confirmed simulator.
Let's say it was like tabletop ping pong simulator and stuff like that. Like you're trying to make tabletop you're trying to make tabletop mini games, right? Let's say not. Don't take. I'm copyrighting the idea, by the way. Don't take that. But let's say,
I was just about to say I'm gonna use it in my next game.
Let's say you were making a simulator like that. Like you're just making tabletop games in the simulator. I could just make it so each week or each month I release a new tabletop, like let's say table tennis was coming out next month. Players will buy premium right when it comes out and buy it. And then let's say the next month a new pet was coming out. Oh, it costs just the amount of Robux for premium. They get all the Robux from that, you know?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good for game developers that are already on top or brand new games that just released, because if you just release a new game every month, you can get a lot of Robux.
So you gotta it's a little bit more, it's a better market in a sense that the people who are smart know when to release items or know when to release things in general.
Yeah, and I think
because if you're trying to market to somebody, to anybody, especially to kids on Roblox, then you kind of want to. It's not like you want to get them when they have money, but you know what I mean. You want to be able to make it so that the things that you have in your game are available when people have the necessary funds to actually purchase them.
But the main issue with this is that you don't know when they have that money, so you probably have to look at your stats in your game, or you have to guess. And if I were to give advice, I would say like add big things during December and November. You know,
I'm about to hire an accountant.
That's when kids will start getting like not OBC, premium and stuff like that. A lot of people were starting to get premium around November to December time, maybe January as well. I think those are the times to really push out big updates at the beginning of the month or holiday time, you know?
Yeah.
Capitalize
on
it.
I think premium is a good feature. Mm-hmm. I think it's better than BC and everything else.
It's much better. Oh, dude, wait. Before anything, I still have lifetime Builders Club / premium, dude. I had lifetime OBC and it expired in 2115. And now I have lifetime premium, and it expires in 2115.
Listen, you guys don't understand how good OBC lifetime was.
Oh yeah.
It was like what, like was it $300 or was it $100? It was like $350, and I wanted to drop a new PS4 for just lifetime. You know what I mean? I just wanted OBC forever. It just doesn't go away. Yep. People who probably don't play Roblox right now and their account still has lifetime OBC. When they come back, there's gonna be like 1 million Robux on their account.
Oh my god!
You better make a game and DevX that money because it's just going to waste. Yep. You got 250 just lying down right there in your account. You better. Oh my god! I swear to Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's enough about premium. Let's get into the juicy Roblox news.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows about the Roblox shadow banning, and if you don't know, well, we're gonna help you know right now. We're gonna explain it to you. Roball.
All right. So before we do anything, we're gonna both preface by saying we don't really have a biased opinion on anything. We're just gonna tell you what it is and tell you what we think based on the facts that we know.
Yeah,
Or the opinions
it's
that
all
we
over
know.
Twitter. We see what people have said about it. We've looked at what everybody has said about it. Honestly, our own friends have said something about it. If you look on YouTube channels, for like example, Kaneko made a video on Roblox shadow banning. So this is we're only getting our information from outside of Roblox, and we kind of want to be as less biased as possible, because some of these games might actually be worthy of a shadow ban. You know what I mean? Like Roblox might be doing the good thing, Roblox might not be doing the good thing. That doesn't matter. We're gonna explain to you what shadow banning is.
Yeah. So something that shadow banning is, if everybody knows what banning is basically getting removed from being able to access certain things. You're just gone. You're not allowed. You got Thanos snapped, you know? But anyways, like when it comes to shadow banning, some developers have realized that when they release their games, they get a sudden surge of players really fast. Like let's say I released my game and I got like 10,000 players on release in the first like hour or two. Roblox, I assume, this is all assumption right now, we don't know the facts.
Yeah, we don't know.
Roblox, we assume, is trying to see like, oh, they're getting a lot of players really fast, and some of the players don't seem to be real players. They might actually be bots. And I'm trusting that Roblox knows what they're doing, so for sure there's probably some bots in the game if Roblox is shadow banning a game. But some games are getting, basically when you see your friend activity or you recently played, the game you just played that might have been shadow banned is no longer there. It's not there at all. When you click see more.
Not on the front page.
Yeah, it's not anywhere like that's automatically there. Like it's not going to be easily visible. But if you search for it in the game search, or you search for it like on Google or like your discovery tab on whatever browser you use, it's going to be there when you search for it, because the link never disappears to the game. It's just the game is hidden on the site from being automatically seen. You have to manually search for it. So basically, games like Heroes Online at one point were shadow banned, but they got removed from being shadow banned. I don't know why they were shadow banned, but they were, because the owner said on Twitter that he was. Games like, when it comes to Esper Online was shadow banned as well. I have some mixed opinions about why I was shadow banned. I don't think they botted the game. And then people think that Boku no Roblox was shadow banned, but it wasn't. Boku no Roblox was temporarily taken down because it had a quest that told you to kill students. And if you're in America, if you're in America, bro, you know why you shouldn't do that.
Why did somebody do that?
Yeah, if you're in America, you know why you shouldn't do that. That makes complete sense. But as of today, I checked this morning, they're back online. Their game is fine. It has 1,700 players last time I checked. So their game's doing okay. Yeah. It's back up. But that's what shadow banning basically
the moral of the story, don't do that.
Yeah,
do not do that.
Don't do, it's like people are saying, oh, gun games tell you to kill people. What the heck? But it's like schools.
Okay. Yeah, you're
killing
going to
students.
Yeah,
like
let's not
America.
even. Yeah, let's not talk about it. Too sensitive of a topic.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
So when it comes to those games, like that's basically what shadow banning is. Now we're gonna talk about basically Esper Online for the most part, because Heroes Online, I don't know much about it, and it got removed from being shadow banned. There were some other games, like a game like Greensville, that was shadow banned at one point, and they were fixed completely fine now, I think. And then a game called Fishing Simulator was shadow banned, and then they got fixed, and then they got shadow banned again a second time. And then I don't know if they're fixed yet, but they got shadow banned again. And at one point they had like 2,000 players, so they lost a lot of players. So being shadow banned is really bad, because this is a developer's livelihood we're talking about. Imagine you're making like $4,000 per month developing. That's actually not that much money for a developer, like for the top devs. Let's say you're making 4K per month, and then your game gets shadow banned. Imagine that 4K going down each month from 4K, 3K, 2K, 1K, $0, because your game got shadow banned and you never got a response as to why. It's an important topic that, honestly, I don't mind if Roblox doesn't address it, but they need to be on the ball with removing people's shadow bans and helping them get back on their feet.
I would appreciate the transparency from Roblox, potentially, if they did shadow ban somebody at the same, like, you know how when somebody gets terminated or banned or
Yeah.
taken down for 3 days and their account's gone for 3 days or whatever, stuff like that. They actually give you somewhat of a reason, whether it's vague or not, it's a reason. But these games were shadow banned and nobody knew about it until they were just like, wait, where's my game?
Mm-hmm.
Then you look for your game, wait, it's right here. So why is nobody playing it? Let me
Yeah.
play it. Clicks play. Why is anything wrong? You go into the game, you ask your fan base, is anything wrong? They're like, no, this game is fun. You leave your game, and then it's not in your recently played. It's just not there, and you don't know what it is. You don't know how to fix it. The smart thing to do would be to go on the dev forums, make a post, and get some help. Don't be like on edge about it. Don't be freaking out. Don't go on Twitter and tell your fan base to spam Roblox.
Yeah.
Just
that's not a good idea.
no, it's not. Just get it done, and make sure this is what I would do if my game got shadow banned. I would respectably go on to the Roblox dev forums and just make a simple post. Nothing big, nothing small. My game is not showing up. Is this an issue with the platform, or is this another underlying issue that I don't know about? Get a response. Don't be toxic about it, and try to get it done. Try to get it fixed. Some of the people who have been shadow banned did this exact same process and got their games back onto the unshadow ban, and they didn't have any problems afterwards. Some games did have problems afterwards, like you said, Fishing Simulator,
Yeah.
but it's probably gonna get resolved very soon. Shadow banning is very new. We don't even know. We just kind of made up that word because that's what it's usually called in other games where it's just gone. You don't know where it is. But yeah, what's your opinion on it, Roball?
Like, I understand they're starting this system. It's a good system for the future.
Especially with all the bots.
Yeah,
Oh my
but
God.
I think it's.
If you watch DevCast episode 1, you know what we're
yeah.
talking about.
I think right now this feature is very much abusable. It can be abused by a lot of people, and it's scary to think about that. But we have to place our hopes in Roblox to be transparent to an extent.
Oh, you mean abuse, like if one of your fans decided to bot your game and then boom, your game is gone?
Exactly.
Yep.
I think, like Doge said, don't make a Twitter post going off about it. I'm gonna say it right now. The Esper Online developers did that. It's smart to try to get attention, but that's not the way to go about it, because some developers are really mature about it and some of them aren't. Your fan base is not going to be completely mature about it either, because they love your game, but they're going to say some negative things in those replies. Like, I was reading the
replies. Which just makes you look bad. Makes you, it doesn't make, you're not a bad person for being like, you know what I mean, for being outspoken about it. And people are on your side. There's people like Ivy Main or Koneko that's talking about this, and they're making sure that there's awareness to this topic. But keep in mind that the fan base isn't as forgiving. But
I think the reason why they made the Twitter post was because their dev forum post was apparently removed, and their perms were removed and everything from posting. Now that's a reason to make a Twitter post, but don't be immature about it. Like, there was one developer who subtweeted their main developer, like he retweeted it with a comment, and in that tweet he said the same thing, but in the replies to that developer's tweets there was a kid saying profanity, a lot of profanity, and mentioning Roblox constantly, trying to get their attention, and that's just not the way to go about it. Sure, email them. Roblox is probably only going to speak to the owner of the game, because anybody could claim to be a developer of a game. Just know that anyone can claim that, so they're probably just going to speak to the owner.
Definitely. But shadow banning is an issue, but let's get on to something a little bit more positive, or a little bit more controversial, because user generated content.
Yep.
Everybody knows what this is. This is community submitted Roblox hats that you can buy on the catalog right now. Now, since the beginning of its creation, it's been on a more controversial side of the spectrum. People claim that the developers are unoriginal, making some of the things that have already been on the catalog for years. I mean, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, they can make it. You don't have to buy it. If you buy it, you buy it. That's my opinion on it, to be honest. But some of the hats that do come out from UGC are amazing. People are making things that Roblox would have never done. For example, a JoJo hat, if anybody knows what that is, or like, you know, that's cool to me. That's something that I would want to see on the catalog that I wouldn't expect Roblox to put on there, but I would definitely expect the content creator to put it up there. I have really good opinions about UGC, but Roball, what are yours?
I love UGC. I think it's amazing. I think the main issue that people took with it was people uploading assets that were similar, very similar actually, to normal
Yeah, they
catalog
were pretty
items.
similar, yeah.
When it comes to certain things like the big head, I didn't really mind about that. But when it came to like the Despacito spider, they probably should have gotten permission for that one because, you know, that's someone else's asset. Roblox has it in their TOS saying that the item is yours, like whatever you make is your intellectual property, and Roblox just has permission to house it or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. But, you know, if you're going to use it, at least get permission. If the person says never, no, don't do that, just take down the item. That's good enough. But when it comes to UGC, I think it's amazing. I think Roblox needs to come up with a screening process that's more transparent to get people into it, because we recently got new members in UGC and they're all really good. I love it.
We don't know how they got it.
I don't know how they got in, but I know who they are. I know what they've done in the past. They're developers. They're amazing too. And just now today, they announced that they let developers who are in UGC, they let them upload hair. So we now have UGC hair and UGC hats, like headpieces and hairs. But
we actually got hairs.
Yeah, something I do want to say is that when it comes to UGC, if you're a UGC content creator and you're making assets that are inspired by other things like anime, own up to it, because there was like some people getting mad at UGC creators for making things inspired by anime, like the Zoro hat. One of the UGC creators just recently made a Super Saiyan hair.
Oh,
and
I saw that.
It looks good. Don't get me wrong, but like, I just want people to know that like UGC isn't just gonna rip off items from the internet. They're gonna get inspiration. Everything's inspired by something. But
and I disconnected from the game because I was idle. Oh my god!
I should probably jump.
This always happens.
Get in, bro.
This always happens, man.
We need to figure out a way. Probably just button mashing keys, to be honest, to fix that.
That's
what works for me. But when it comes to UGC, I like UGC. I think it's great. I think there needs to be a little bit of a better way to understand how to get into it, especially for developers at least. It doesn't have to be publicly, but if it's in the developer forums, but that's all I have to say about it. I think UGC is great. I don't see any problem with it.
It's such a good way
as long as it's inspired.
Of making Robux.
Dude, they're filthy rich.
There's been a lot of memes about Roblox developers. I don't want to be a Roblox developer anymore. I just make hats now on Roblox.
Dude,
and they get so much off of one item.
UGC creators are DevXing as much as like not the top devs, but like maybe second tier top devs. You know, like really top devs. They're not making as much as them, but they're making good money. Like they're making enough money to pay for rent in America, and that's good. That's good. So I don't give any negatives on that.
The best selling hat right now is the biggest head by terabyte. 53,138 sales, which is roughly 14 million Robux, almost 15 million, which is almost $52,000.
Yeah. And just so people know, UGC creators, when they sell the item, they get 30% of the revenue.
Yeah,
and 70%
so this is just an estimate.
Roblox.
Yeah. This is just an estimate. There's actually way more calculations that you need to do, but I'm not gonna sit here and do that.
Yeah, either way,
just take the
UGC is good.
Either way, it's still a lot of money. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hate on UGC because I know in the future I want to get into it. I don't know when, but I will eventually get in. Mark my words. Mark my words. I'll get into UGC someday.
I'd really, one day, dude.
One day.
They even have like an emoji hat. Like,
oh,
bro,
yeah, crying
you gotta be kidding me! Like,
that one was good.
How
I like
do
that
you
one.
It looks so good, and it's like I saw someone in the game with it, and it just looks so dumb, bro. It just doesn't look like Roblox. It just looks so ridiculous, and it's amazing. That's what it should be. Everything in UGC should be ridiculous because I'm tired of seeing like just people not trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like ridiculousness.
Ridiculous.
Speaking of ridiculousness.
Oh.
Speaking of ridiculousness.
Oh yeah.
Why did Roblox shut down for almost like an entire day?
Okay, so before we say anything, let me say this. I didn't do it. People thought I actually did it. I didn't do anything. I don't work at Roblox anymore. I didn't do anything, just so people know.
Okay, let me explain that a little bit more. There's a rumor going around. It's a dumb rumor, and I'll explain the origin of this rumor. Do not believe it. It's fake. There's another rumor too, but I'll get to that later. The rumor is a Roblox intern. Keep in mind, Roball was a Roblox intern at one point. A Roblox intern went into the Roblox database, made an update, and caused the entire website to shut down. Now, if you honestly believe this, you are the most gullible person I've ever met in my life. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Here's the truth. And okay, and you can back me up on this, Roball, because I am a Roblox developer forum member. Although that's not really that hard to get into nowadays. But I'm in the Discord for the Roblox developer forums. Back when the actual problem did happen, I wanted to know more about why it was happening. So the one thing you go to is the Roblox developer forum. Where else do you go to? So I went onto the Discord. They have a meme channel. They had a meme channel for when Roblox was in critical mode. This channel was called the Roblox Critical Memes, guys. Roblox Critical Memes. In this channel, they were taking what Knight said. He's an admin at Roblox. They were taking what he said and just, that, what is it? The
Inspect element, changing
what he said to funny things, and they were hilarious. They were absolutely hilarious. But the thing is, one of them got leaked, or not leaked, but one of them got spread like wildfire. And it was the one that was where he said, "Oh, there's an intern, blah blah blah, shut down Roblox." It's fake. It's fake. End of story. There we go. It's fake. There was no intern. Roblox just had an issue. We don't know what the issue was. We'll never know what the issue was. Thank God the issue's gone. It's fake. It's fake. The second rumor was that if you logged onto Roblox while it was in critical mode, somebody was hacking the website to get access to accounts and to get access to credit cards, and then hack your account for whatever reason. This was the biggest rumor that came out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from. There's no origin. It was, I don't know why people like jump to speculations. I don't get that. But that was one of the rumors. Also fake. If you logged in at the time, all you were going to do was reload the page for like 5 whole minutes. It wasn't going to get you anywhere. You couldn't even play a game. You couldn't run anything. You couldn't load up Studio. You couldn't run Roblox. You couldn't do anything. And if your account did get hacked, the Roblox would have just gave it back to you. There was no issue. There was no issue to be had. Literally nothing happened. The Roblox Shutdown was a big event. I've never seen Roblox shut down this badly before. Like, I've seen maintenance, right? Remember back then when they used to do Roblox maintenance?
Yeah, site-wide maintenance.
Yeah, but I've never seen it shut down like that before.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I think it doesn't really matter anymore. It's done.
It doesn't really matter. But I wanted to build that day, man. And I log on and I can't get out the studio. And I'm like, what the heck?
Bro,
are you kidding me?
I opened Studio that day before the shutdown happened, and I was perfectly fine. And then I saved and I published. And then I heard about the shutdown, and I was like, nope, not getting back in. I'm not risking anything. I am not risking all that hours of work.
Heck no. You got me messed up. I'm not touching that. I'm going to just leave it there.
Yep.
But yeah. Rumors are rumors. Keep that in mind. Roball didn't do it. End of discussion. Glad we can move on.
Yeah.
To the last, to our outro, actually.
Yeah. Podcast is over.
Podcast is over, but keep in mind, we do have a lot of interviews. Should we talk about it, Roball? Should we talk about who we talked to and who's interested?
I'll say we can say who we contacted, and we can say like we won't say when we're gonna do it, but we'll say people we've already contacted, and received a response from at least.
Yes.
So the first person we contacted, we personally contacted the person was our friend John, who I worked as an accelerator in the internship at Roblox with. He's a very smart coder, and he knows a lot about a lot of things in Studio. And so for the topic that we'll be discussing with him, we're probably just going to talk about R15 versus R6 and maybe some other things as well.
For some reason, R15 and R6 is such a widely debated thing for absolutely no reason. We're going to give you the facts so you don't have to ever argue ever again.
Yeah. And then the next person that we didn't contact this person, they contacted us, which is great. My boy,
That's
Mighty Baseplate from Rolv Arsenal, basically. The guys that made Arsenal and CBRO, they contacted me, or Mighty Baseplate did. I'm going to try to get at least him and maybe some of the other developers onto the podcast. Maybe once we get our new set, because we're designing a new one to be a little bit larger and more fit for a large group of people. And we're
What
gonna
you
try
see
to get
right
them.
now, what you see right now, this is the podcast set.
Yeah.
When we get a large group of people like we did episode 2, we kind of want to transition to another set that's a little bit more broad so you can see who's talking, see everybody on the screen without having to really do a bunch of fancy camera work. But
Yeah.
that's what we're working on right now. That's why this podcast actually looks a little bit different. We were remodeling, we were making it look better. I hope you guys like it.
It looks pretty good so far. This isn't complete totally, but this is going to be transformed a bit, probably by the podcast after we interview John, which is Echo Zenkai, by the way. But I think those are the people we have lined up right now. We definitely have other people in mind. If you are a developer and you want to come on the podcast, either message Doge-kun or myself on Twitter. Doge, go ahead and say your Twitter.
My Twitter is @Arbulux_Dawn. You can also message me on Discord. It is Doge- and #2824 if you want to message me on Discord because my DMs are always open.
Yeah, and then for me, if you want to DM me on Twitter, it's @Roball01, like the number 0 and the number 1. Okay? And then you can also just message me on Roblox. My Discord DMs are closed because I get barraged.
I was just about to say you can't message Roball on Discord because you'll get so mad.
If you have me added, you can. But if you don't have me added, don't even try. I get too many messages. Just contact me via Twitter. I read my DMs. I don't always respond to people if I don't know who they are. But if I know who you are, I will definitely respond. Just know that if you want to get on the podcast, maybe if you have a topic in mind, also DM that to us because that does help. Because coming up with topics is not an easy feat, especially if we've gone through the same topics constantly.
Yeah. We have topics lined up from last week's and the week before. And we're going to throw some more onto the poll up on the top right if you want to vote right now.
Yep.
We're going to throw some more up there that we kind of want to talk about. And yeah, if you have any more, just comment down below. Again, message me and Roball anywhere you want. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's podcast.
Make sure you guys follow the DevCast Twitter. We're probably going to get to 50 likes soon. We're about like 38 or 39. Trying to get to 100 probably before the end of October, to be honest, because the DevCast Twitter, it's pretty good. We're going to post a lot of things there, but for now it's probably going to be posted on my Twitter until that Twitter account grows more, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We want it to be pretty up there so you guys can always stay up to date on this. And people were actually bringing up the fact that, oh, maybe we should just turn this into its own YouTube channel. But I kind of like it here on the Roball 1 channel because it just feels more at home, you know what I mean? There's no need to make a whole new YouTube for it. If you guys like Roball's videos, then you also like the podcast. That's it.
Yeah, the main issue with putting it on a new channel is that it doesn't get like put in people's notifications and recommended tab.
Yeah,
if it's a new channel.
We want everybody to know about the podcast because there's some issues such as the Roblox shutdown that caused a lot of rumors, and we have the information for you, and we want to give you that information.
Yeah, I think that's all we have to say today, right?
That's it for today, yeah.
All right, if you guys did enjoy the podcast, leave a like and subscribe. Follow the Twitters. Links are down below. All the social media you need are down below. If you want to get on the podcast, again, message us. Doge-kun is at Doge. What is it? At Arbulux_Dawn. And then Doge-kun 2824.
Yep.
On Discord. And then follow me on Twitter and message me because that's how you can message me on Twitter to get on the podcast. If you guys have topics as well, go ahead and comment them down below. If you want us to interview anybody, comment them down below in the comment section of this podcast. And if you made it to the end of the podcast, put an emoji in that comment as well so we can know that. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the podcast. Till then, it's been your man, Roball. What's up?
Put a dog emoji.
Oh my, don't put a dog emoji. Put a cat.
Put a dog emoji.
Put a cat.
I want to see how the dog emoji's in chat.
Whoever loves Doge more, put a dog. Whoever loves Roball more, put a cat. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the podcast. Leave a like and subscribe. Till then, it's been your man, Roball, signing out now. See you guys in the next DevCast. Take care, everybody.
Peace.